Namaskar. Welcome to the presentation on India's journey from 75 years of independence to its transformation into a developed country by 2047. I'm excited to share with you the progress that India has made and the opportunities that it presents for investors. Let's talk about the exciting changes happening in India and how they create a unique opportunity for investment. We'll be discussing the following topics: economy, startups, business reforms, innovation, infrastructure, sustainability, technology, and inclusivity. Friends, contrary to talk of recession in the global markets, the economic picture in India is of confidence and optimism. India is the fastest growing large economy in the world and is home to the largest and most stable democratic regime. With 75 years of democratic achievements, India has seen a 100 times rise in GDP, currently at US dollar 3.5 trillion. Additionally, there has been a 500 times rise in exports, and with the highest ever exports of US dollar 660 billion in 2021-22. The growth rate in India was 8.7% in the financial year 21-22, making India the fifth largest economy in the world. It has jumped 6 positions since 2012 and has the second largest working population of 522 million with a median age of 29 years. Foreign direct investment in India has also seen a significant increase in recent years. The annual for FDI has doubled in the last 8 years and has increased from US dollar 35 billion to US dollar 84 billion in a decade. In 2014, the Indian government launched the Make in India program to attract foreign investment and promote manufacturing in India. This program has further boosted the growth of the economy, and during the pandemic, India witnessed a V-shaped recovery. The GDP contracted 24% in the first quarter of the year, but bounced back to 20% in the fourth quarter. Friends, India offers a stable and growing economy with a large working population, making it an attractive destination for foreign investment. The government's initiatives and policies have further strengthened India's position as a viable investment opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the midst of Amrit Kal, the 25-year period of transformation for India. The period would be one of striving with a firm resolve for achievement of a developed country status for 2022 to 2047. As we move forward, we envision India as the second largest economy in the world with a GDP of US dollar 32 trillion by 2047. This growth will be driven by a significant increase in foreign direct investment, which we expect to grow 12 times to reach US dollar 1 trillion. We also expect to see a significant increase in per capita income with a growth of 10 times to reach US dollar 20,000. This growth will be driven by the expansion of our manufacturing GDP, which we expect to grow 15 times to reach US dollar 6.2 trillion, as well as our services GDP, which we expect to grow for 13 times to reach 20 trillion. In addition to these economic achievements, we also anticipate a significant growth in exports with a 12 times increase to reach US dollar 8 trillion. As we continue to develop our economy, we also recognize the importance of investing in human capital. By 2047, we will have the largest and the youngest working population with a median age of 29. This will provide us with a significant competitive advantage as we continue to build a strong and thriving economy. Friends, we are happy to share with you some of the key changes that we have made to support the growth and business development of businesses in India. First, we have implemented a new corporate tax code, which has led to a significant reduction in corporate taxes. In fact, our rates are among the lowest globally. For existing units, the corporate tax rate is 22%, while for new units, it is 15%. We've also introduced productivity-linked incentives worth US dollar 26 billion to promote domestic production in 14 sectors. This will help to boost domestic manufacturing and support the growth of local businesses. In addition to this, we have launched the Semiconductor India Mission, which includes financial incentives worth US dollar 10 billion to develop the semiconductors and display manufacturing ecosystem. We've also introduced the customs bonded warehouse. This allows for duty-free domestic manufactured goods for export. This will also help to increase exports and support the growth of domestic businesses. Finally, we have introduced remissions of duties and taxes on exported products. This includes the reimbursement of taxes and duties on the export of goods from India. This will help to make it more attractive for businesses to export their goods and will help to increase economic growth in our country. These business reforms are aimed at creating a more conducive environment for businesses to operate and grow in India. We believe that these changes will help to support the growth of domestic businesses and will increase economic growth in our country. My brothers and sisters, let's talk more about the business reforms in India and how they can benefit investors. One of the key initiatives that the Indian government has introduced is the project development cells. These are specialized teams in 29 ministries that are dedicated to handhold investors and offering ready-to-invest projects. This helps to streamline the investment process and makes it easier for investors to navigate the Indian market. Another important aspect of the business reforms in India is the ease of doing business. In the last 5 years, India has seen a 79 position jump in the World Bank's ease of doing business ranking. India has also been featured in the top 3 improvers list consecutively for 3 years and is now among the top 5 economies for ease of starting a new business. To further improve the investor-friendly ecosystem, the Indian government has introduced over 300 reforms across 72 action points for state governments. Additionally, over 40,000 compliances have been reduced to improve the industrial ecosystem. Finally, the Indian government has also introduced the single window system, which is one-stop digital platform for all investor approvals from central and state governments. This platform also offers a GIS-enabled repository of industrial-grade land available for investors. The business reforms in India have made it much easier for investors to navigate the market and to take advantage of the many opportunities it has to offer. Friends, as we continue our discussion on business reforms in India, let's delve deeper into a few more initiatives that are currently underway. First, let's talk about Prime Minister's GATI Shakti, which is the master plan for multimodal connectivity. This is a GIS-based technology platform that is designed to improve multimodal connectivity, logistics efficiency, and ensure seamless movements of goods and services. This is a major step forward in making India a hub for international trade and commerce. Next, we have the National Logistics Policy. The goal of this policy is to reduce logistic costs and as a percentage of GDP, and for India to be in the top 25 countries in the Logistics Performance Index by 2030. This is one ambitious target, but one that can be achieved through the implementation of new technologies and the streamlining of existing procedures. Another important initiative is the Open Networks for Digital Commerce. This is a first of its kind open platform opportunity that allows businesses to expand via e-commerce by connecting with solution partners. This is a great opportunity for businesses to expand their reach and increase their customer base. Lastly, we want to mention the e-Rupee, which is the first official digital currency of India. This is a significant step forward in the country's digital transformation and will provide a secure and efficient way for businesses and individuals to conduct transactions. Overall, these initiatives demonstrate the government's commitment to fostering a business-friendly environment and encouraging innovations and growth. My dear friends, none of what we are trying to do would be possible without infrastructure. That is why I want to share with you the exciting infrastructure development happening in India. One of the most exciting things to note is that India is building world-class infrastructure facilities. From transportation to ports, India is working hard to improve its infrastructure to support the growing economy. Let's talk about railways. India has the largest railway network in Asia with over 70,000 kilometers of railway track. The Indian Railways now has over 8 billion annual passengers, and this number is expected to rise to over 20 billion annual passengers by 2047. Next, let's talk about the urban railways. India is expecting a 7 times growth in urban railways by 2047. The urban railways network will rise from 700 kilometers to 7,000 kilometers, making it easier for people to travel within cities. India also has the number 2 road network globally. 40 to 50 kilometers of roads are constructed daily. The highways will rise from the present 145,000 kilometers to 290,000 kilometers by 2047, making it easier for people and goods to move around the country. India is also working to increase its port handling capacity. The country is expecting a 6 times increase in port handling capacity by 2047. The port handling capacity will increase from 2,500 million metric tons per annum to 15,000 million metric tons per annum, making it easier for trade and commerce to thrive. Lastly, India is also expecting a 7 times increase in aviation trips by 2047. Aviation trips in India are at 200 million plus, and by 2047 it will rise to 1.5 billion trips. This will make it easier for people to travel within the country and internationally. All these infrastructure developments show our commitment to improve our infrastructure and support economic growth. My dear listeners, we want to look at how industrial corridors are driving industrial efficiency in India. As you may know, India's National Industrial Corridor Program aims to develop futuristic industrial cities to compete with manufacturing and investment benchmarks. This is a groundbreaking initiative that will help India become a leader in the global manufacturing industry. Under this program, 11 industrial corridors are being developed with 32 projects in 4 phases. These include the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, the Amritsar-Kolkata Industrial Corridor, the Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, the Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor, the Odisha Economic Corridor, the Delhi-Nagpur Industrial Corridor, the Hyderabad-Nagpur Industrial Corridor, the Hyderabad-Warangal Industrial Corridor, the Hyderabad-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, the Bengaluru-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, an extension of Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor to Kochi via Coimbatore. These corridors will not only improve the efficiency of industrial sector, but also create new opportunities, job opportunities, and promote economic growth. This pioneering infrastructure program is developed with Prime Minister's GATI Shakti principles, which aims to improve multimodal connectivity, logistics efficiency, and ensure seamless movements of goods and services. These industrial corridors are a major step forward in making India a leader in global manufacturing industry. They will help drive industrial efficiency and promote economic growth throughout the country. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that more and more people are going to live in cities in the coming decades. We recognize this, so we are building cities of the future. The industrial smart cities we are building here in India are truly something special. We have master planned these cities to international standards with an investment of over 380 million already grounded on 451 acres. This development is already generating over 11,000 employment opportunities, but what sets these smart cities apart? First, we've implemented a plug-and-play infrastructure that allows businesses to easily set up and operate. We understand that time is money, and we want to make it as easy as possible for companies to set up shop and start creating jobs. Second, we've ensured a reliable 24-hour power supply. This is crucial for businesses and residents alike. We want to create a city that never sleeps, a city that is always on and always moving forward. Third, we have installed effluent treatment plants to keep our cities clean and healthy. We understand the importance of sustainability and protecting the environment. Fourth, we've integrated in city planning to create a seamless experience for residents and businesses. We want everything to be easily accessible and convenient. Fifth, we've created a single window clearance process to make it easier for businesses to navigate the bureaucracy. Sixth, we are providing complete hand-holding support to ensure a smooth transition for businesses. Seventh, we are providing portable and recycled water supply to ensure a clean and healthy living environment for residents. Eighth, we are promoting the walk to work concept to reduce carbon emissions and improve the overall health of our residents. Ninth, we are promoting multimodal connectivity to make it easy for residents to get around and for businesses to transport goods. 10th, we've obtained the necessary environment clearance to ensure we are building sustainably. 11th, we've implemented an e-land management system to make land transactions more efficient. And 12th, we are providing a quality living for residents in this place, in these cities. This is just a small taste of what we are creating here in India. We are building cities that will not only provide jobs, but also improve the overall quality of life for residents. Friends, many of you know India is home to 1.3 billion people, each with their own unique identity. And with over 1.2 billion mobile smartphone users, India has become the second largest mobile phone market in the world. What's even more impressive is that India is also home to 1 out of every 5 startup unicorns in the fintech industry. And with a projected $1 trillion digital economy by the financial year 2025. India is leading the way in fintech adoption. In fact, in 2022 alone, we saw 74 billion digital transactions worth $1.6 trillion. And with the launch of the COVID app, we have enabled coverage for 2 billion people to receive the coronavirus vaccine. And let's not forget, the 30 times reduction in data cost, making India one of the most affordable markets for digital access globally. These are just a few of the examples of how technology is digitally empowering the Indian society. Together, we have the opportunity to continue driving innovation and progress in the dynamic and rapidly growing market. Friends, the setting up of a strong digital backbone gives a boost to startups. Not surprisingly, India is home to world's third largest startup ecosystem. And it's not just the size of this ecosystem, but that's impressive. It's also the impact that it's having globally. India contributes 1 out of 10 unicorns with a total valuation of $341 billion. And we are not just talking about a handful of unicorns. We are talking about 107 of them, and that number is growing fast. In fact, India has the highest number of startups recognized per day globally. But that is not just the number of unicorns that is impressive, it's also the value they bring. In 2021 alone, unicorns added in India valued estimated at $93 billion, and we already have 21 unicorns which were born in 2022, which have given a valuation of 27 billion. We've also created International Startup Bridges, a knowledge exchange program that connects all stakeholders in the startup ecosystem and provides avenues for collaboration. We believe that by fostering a collaborative environment, we can continue to drive innovation and progress in the Indian startup ecosystem and beyond. Friends, now I want to talk to you about the incredible growth we are seeing in the private equity and venture capital space in India. In 2021, we saw a 3.5 times increase in the amount of capital deployed, reaching a total of $39 billion. And while global growth in this space was only 1.9 times, India truly stands out as a leader. But that's not all. We also saw a record number of deals worth over $1 billion each, with a total of 11 such deals. This is a testament to the strength and potential of the Indian market. And the future looks even brighter. In 2022, we are seeing a 3 times year-on-year surge in the total fund size of new venture capital funds launched in India. This is a clear indication that investors are confident in the growth and potential of the Indian market, and let's not forget about exits. The average exits deal size in India was a staggering $266 million. This is a clear sign that the investments made in India are paying off and yielding substantial returns. Short point is, India is a market that is on the rise and is poised for even greater growth in the private equity and venture capital space. It's a market that should not be overlooked, and I'm confident that it will continue to be a major player in the global economy. Friends, let me share with you some incredible numbers that demonstrate the growth and potential of technology-led startups across sectors in the past few years. Starting with agri-tech, we've seen a 684 times increase in the total funds raised for agri startups and a 12-time increase in total deals from 2014 to 2021. This is an extraordinary growth that showcases the potential of technology in the agriculture industry. Moving on to EdTech, we've seen a 143 times increase in the total funds raised for EdTech startups and a 5 times rise in total deals from 2014 to 2021. This is a clear indication that technology is revolutionizing the way we learn and educate ourselves. In the fintech sector, we've seen a 47 times rise in the total funds raised for fintech startups and 7 times rise in total deals from 2014 to 2021. This is a testament to the potential of technology in the financial industry. In the enterprise tech sector, we've seen a 20 times increase in total funds raised for enterprise tech startups and 3 times rise in total deals from 2014 to 2021. This is a clear indication that technology is playing a major role in the way we do business. In the health tech sector, we've seen a 15 times rise in total funds raised for health tech startups and a 5 times rise in total deals from 2014 to 2021. This is a clear indication that technology is revolutionizing the health industry. Finally, in the deep tech sector, we've seen 11 times increase in total funds raised for deep tech startups and 6 times rise in total deals from 2014 to 2021. Again, it shows technology is playing a major role in the way we innovate and discover new things. These numbers demonstrate the potential of technology-led startups across various sectors. It's exciting to see the growth and potential of these startups, and I believe we will continue to see more innovation and growth in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about India and its role as a partner in innovation. India is a country that is on the rise and is making a big impact in the global innovation landscape. In fact, India ranks number 1 in the global innovation index in the Central and Southern Asian region. And it's not just about ranking, but the progress. India has jumped 41 positions in the ranking, which is a testament to the country's commitment to innovation. But it's not just the government that's driving this innovation. It's also companies like Samsung, LG, Oracle, Cisco, Qualcomm, General Electric, SAP, and Intel all have one of their largest research and development centers in India. These companies recognize the potential of India's workforce and its ability to drive innovation. For example, Samsung has its largest R&D center outside South Korea and India. LG has its largest global R&D center outside South Korea and India. Oracle has its second largest R&D workforce in India. Cisco has its second largest R&D center globally in India. Qualcomm has its largest design center outside the US and India. General Electric has its largest lab outside the US and India. SAP has its largest R&D center outside Germany and India. And Intel has its largest R&D facility outside the US and India. And it's just not the big companies. 180 innovation centers in India belong to Fortune 500 companies. This is a clear indication that India is becoming a major player in the global innovation landscape. Therefore, India is a country that is on the rise and becoming a major player in the global innovation landscape with its talented workforce and commitment to innovation. India is a partner that should not be overlooked. Friends, we've been a civilization close to nature. We are mindful of our responsibilities. I would like to talk to you about India's journey towards becoming a net zero country by 2047. This is an ambitious goal, but one that India is fully committed to achieving. First, let's look at India's achievements so far. India is the 4th largest producer of renewable and solar power in the world. And in 2023, India is ranked 8th in the Climate Change Performance Index and best among G20 countries. These are impressive achievements that demonstrate India's commitment to clean energy. But India is not just stopping there. India has also launched the International Solar Alliance, which aims to unlock $1 trillion investment in solar by 2030. This is a major step in achieving India's goal of net zero emissions. India has also set its nationally determined contributions to transition to clean energy during 2021 to 2030. This includes India's 5 energy commitments of Panchamrit, which are raise non-fossil fuel based energy capacity to 500 gigawatt by 2030, meet 50% of the country's energy requirements using renewable energy sources by 2030, net zero emissions by 2070, reduce total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons by 2030, and emission intensity of GDP is to be reduced by 45% from 2005 levels by 2030. As I said earlier, these are ambitious goals, but I reiterate that India is fully committed to achieving them. India's journey towards net zero is not only about protecting the environment, it's about creating a sustainable future for the country and the world. India's journey towards net zero is an ambitious goal, but India's achievements, vision, and commitment towards it make it a leader in global effort to combat climate change. And India's partnership and journey in this is of vital importance for the world, because you can't really combat change without us. Friends, you would be aware that our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has given the concept of life movement. This would be driven by pro-planet people. The life movement, or lifestyle for environment, envisions a world where the prevalent use and dispose economy is replaced by a circular economy. The circular economy is defined by the mindful and deliberate utilization. It encompasses infrastructure, learning, creating enabling conditions, and involving facilitators. These elements work together to create a sustainable future for our planet. The infrastructure development takes into account aspirations, social pressures, knowledge and awareness, health, income, age, culture, and impact of elders. This ensures that the infrastructure is accessible and inclusive for all. The learning aspect of the life movement involves simplifying complex issues and solutions, involving stakeholders and collaborating with partners. This helps to educate and engage the community in the effort to create a circular economy. The enabling conditions include ease of access, pricing, design of choice, architecture, and safety of innovation. These elements ensure that the economy is accessible and affordable for all. The facilitators of the life movement include NGOs, media, business policies, legislation, regulation, change ambassadors, and technology. These stakeholders play a vital role in promoting and implementing a pro-planet lifestyle. My brothers and sisters, the life movement is a vital initiative that promotes a pro-planet lifestyle by replacing the prevalent use and dispose economy with a circular economy. It's a movement that is inclusive, engaging, and accessible to all, and it's a movement that is vital to creating a sustainable future for our planet. Now, let me talk to you today about a topic that is very close to my heart: inclusivity. India is a country that is committed to ensuring that everyone has equal opportunities to participate in the country's growth and development. One example of this commitment is that India is the only country in the world that prints currency notes in Braille, making it accessible for visually impaired individuals. This is a small but significant step towards inclusivity. Inclusivity also extends to financial inclusion. India has opened 478 million bank accounts under the Financial Inclusion Scheme, providing access to financial services to those who were previously excluded. India is also committed to providing housing for economically weaker sections of society. As of now, 30 million houses have been built for this purpose. In addition, India has also provided free treatment to 3.2 million people under a central government scheme. This is a significant step towards ensuring that everyone has access to healthcare. India has also provided US $168 million worth of loans for micro enterprises and additional concessional credit during COVID-19 to support the small businesses. And under the Central Insurance Cover Scheme, 593,316 claims have been paid, amounting to US $1.5 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, India is a country that is committed to inclusivity, from providing accessible country notes to financially including the underprivileged, providing housing and healthcare, and supporting the small businesses. India is making sure that no one is left behind in its journey towards development. Friends, I am thrilled to share with you information about the progress and initiatives that India has taken towards women empowerment and how it has transitioned to a women led development. Let's talk about the number of women commercial pilots in India. India has the highest number of women commercial pilots in the world, which is a testament to the country's commitment to providing equal opportunities for women in all fields. India has also provided 90 million free gas connections for women, enabling them to clean and affordable energy. In terms of housing, under the Housing for All scheme, 20 million houses have been built and 60% of them are solely or jointly owned by women. This is a significant step towards ensuring that women have access to safe and affordable housing. In the corporate sector, there has been a 55% growth in the number of women CEOs and MDs in the last 5 years. This is a clear indication that women are breaking barriers and achieving leadership positions in the corporate world. In addition, the Stand Up India movement aimed at promoting entrepreneurship for marginalized section has seen 81% women beneficiaries. And under the Housing for All scheme, I repeat again, 20 million houses have been built and 60% of them are solely or jointly owned by women. India has made significant progress in empowering women and transitioning to a women-led development, from providing equal opportunities in the workforce to ensuring access to safe and affordable housing. India is committed to creating a better future for women. Friends, when I was a child, an elder told me that health is wealth. So when we move towards becoming a $32 trillion economy, we need to secure health for the world's most populous country. We have made progress in the field of healthcare and are providing integrated and holistic care for our citizens. We've made significant investment in strengthening healthcare infrastructure with an outlay of $9 billion. This has led to development of 150,000 health and wellness centers across the country. India has also introduced a coverage of secondary and tertiary procedures of $6,070 per annum per family for 500 million beneficiaries. This is a major step towards ensuring that everyone has access to quality healthcare. India is also a leader in the promotion of yoga, which is recognized by the United Nations as a tool for restorative healing and inner peace. India has 600 plus medical colleges and 6 million health professionals, which means that there is a strong medical workforce in the country. India has also launched e-Sanjeevani, the largest telemedicine network globally, which has provided 80 million consultations so far. This has helped to improve access to healthcare in remote areas. Finally, India has 10,500 US FDA and WHO GMP compliant manufacturing units, which produce high quality medicines and medical devices. Ladies and gentlemen, let me leave you with this. India has made significant progress in the field of healthcare and is providing integrative and holistic care for its citizens. With a strong healthcare infrastructure, a strong medical workforce, and access to quality healthcare for all, India is committed to health for all. Something would be amiss if I don't talk about India's strategic response against COVID-19. India has taken a leadership role in the fight against the pandemic and has achieved some impressive milestones. The biggest and the most stupendous is the world's largest vaccination drive. In the last 2 years, India has administered over 2.2 billion vaccines, which is an incredible achievement. India has also been the fastest country to administer 1 billion vaccines in just 9 months through the CoWIN National Digital Vaccine Registration Platform. This platform has been instrumental in ensuring that vaccines are administered efficiently and effectively. India has also set a new world record by administering 25 million vaccines in a single day. This is testament to the country's ability to scale up its vaccination efforts quickly. The CoWIN platform has also been offered as a free digital public good, which has helped to ensure that vaccines are accessible to all. India has also achieved the impressive milestone administering 180 million vaccines monthly, which is greater than G7 nations combined. In addition, India has supplied 200 million Made in India vaccines to over 100 countries through the Vaccine Maitri initiative. This has helped to ensure that the vaccines are accessible to all countries, particularly those in need. India has also manufactured 500,000 personal protection equipment per day, which is an important aspect of COVID-19 response efforts. Looking back, I can say that India has taken a strategic and leadership role in the fight against COVID-19 with the world's largest vaccination drive, fast and efficient vaccine administration, and a strong focus on accessibility and affordability. India is committed to defeating the pandemic and ensure a better future for all. And it is not just about a national one-size-fits-all approach. India is a federal country with 3 tiers of government. Therefore, the entire process is also bottom-up. At the center of this is India's One District, One Product initiative. Let's see how it promotes regional development and fosters inclusivity. The One District, One Product initiative is a transformational step towards realizing the true potential of a district. It aims to fuel economic growth, generate employment, and promote rural entrepreneurship. The key objectives of the program are to identify products, find potential buyers, promote manufacturing exports and services, and scale up manufacturing. Under this initiative, there are 1,095 products from 765 notified districts of India. Additionally, 100 plus products are geographical indication tagged, which helps to promote the unique and traditional products of a particular region. This initiative not only promotes regional development but also fosters inclusivity by providing opportunities for the underprivileged and marginalized section of society. It helps to create a sustainable future for all. So friends, the One District, One Product initiative is an ambitious and transformative program that promotes regional development and fosters inclusivity. It helps to realize the true potential of a district, fuel economic growth, generate employment, and promote rural entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, India is on track to become a $32 trillion economy in 2047. The long and difficult journey to become a developed country would be built on the strong shoulders of the world's largest and youngest workforce. It would be an unprecedented path of wealth creation and prosperity that the world has never seen. Friends, we believe that there is one world and the world is one family. So join hands with us to work towards our common future. Thank you.